We're not going away. The message today to the Scottish Government from protesters campaigning against same-sex marriage. Members of the Scottish Cabinet were booed by a group of around 200 people outside a public meeting in Renfrew. Afterwards, the First Minister reaffirmed his personal support for a change in the law. Here's STV's chief reporter, David Cowan.
Don't ignore us.
The Scottish Government has acknowledged that legalising same-sex marriage is opposed by many people. Today they came face to face with around 200 of them who gathered under the banner of Scotland for Marriage.
It's only you that thinks this is right. Only you that thinks this is right. Don't ignore us. We're not going to go away.
Senior government ministers stopped and listened mostly. Brief encounters which failed to win over the crowd.
I don't think it's scriptural. According to God's word, it's not on. It shouldn't be.
I don't want my children coming home with books that compromises what I believe as a Christian the Bible teaches quite clearly.
It could bring in situations where people have to totally go against their conscience, especially in things like teaching.
The First Minister avoided the protesters by using a side door. Aides said he'd been running late and didn't have time to stop. The meeting was a chance for the Scottish public to grill the Cabinet. The second question was on same-sex marriage from a group called Operation Great Britain.
Where does your mandate come from doing what is not right but is obviously wrong?
Mr Salmon said MSPs will get a free vote and everything possible will be done to entrench the rights of those who oppose what his government is doing.
I personally find it difficult to see whose freedoms are being impinged by the move towards this legislation. I don't feel, for example, that my marriage will be diminished in any way if single-sex marriage is introduced.
Afterwards, the First Minister and his deputy met representatives of Scotland for Marriage. They urged the government to include legal protection for those who continue to oppose same-sex marriage after it becomes law. Earlier today, the First Minister had visited an engineering firm in Renfrew. Scotland for Marriage is vowing to step up its campaign. The sparks will fly for some time yet.